Welcome to After Dark at the Fixed Ops Roundtable, featuring Kara Delane and Ted Ings. This episode is brought to you by BG Products, partners beyond products. And now for your hosts, Ted Ings and Kara Delane.
All right, here we go. Tech video number 1. Please work.
Hi, I'm Paul. I'm the technician that's working on your car today. Had a chance to perform the oil change. I'm also going to perform the recall for the crankcase heater valve. I also did a courtesy inspection. On the courtesy inspection, I did notice your front tires are completely worn out on the inside edge on both the left and right. Also on the back of the car, you have a slight wear on the inner edge, but your tires are worn out. These are wear bars, and once it's even here, the tires are worn out. A little bit more tread on the left rear, but the right rear is worn out. I would suggest replacing all 4 tires and performing a 4-wheel alignment to address the inner tire wear. Also, I noticed during the battery inspection that you've had an aftermarket battery installed. I checked history of the car and the battery has not been registered. By not registering the battery, the car will overcharge the new battery and destroy it. So I was to suggest we are getting the battery registered to the car. Thank you for choosing Elk Grove BMW as your service center, and it was a pleasure working on your car.
So think about this. Is that a good video? I think it was a good video. Five months ago or a year ago, that's an awesome video. But what did we learn from Kara tonight? Did that get your attention in the first 3 seconds? Did he do a great job explaining the tire? The tire? He did an incredible job explaining the tire. I don't think we need to hear about a lot of that, right? So there's nothing wrong with the tech, but the enthusiasm and making a quality video here. So here's the next one.
Hello, my name is Gary Miller. Today I have the pleasure of working on your 2018 XC90. Today we took a look at your tires to see the puncture to see if it was repairable or not. With this puncture, it is repairable, but we did measure all 4 tire tread depths and they are low, so we do recommend replacement of all 4 tires, as well as an alignment. Along with our multi-point inspection, we also checked your brake pad thickness, and brake pads all around look to be in really good shape. We also pulled off the gravel shield as well to look for any visual leaks, and so far nothing is found at this time. We also inspected your exhaust system for any dents or dings. So far everything is looking perfect. We also took a look at your suspension components as well. So far everything is looking really good. We also topped off your fluids as well as setting your tire to the required pressure. We checked your wiper blades and the light bulbs all around the vehicle. I encourage you to reference the multi-point inspection form for all the exact specifications. You could reference the images that I attached about the tires for more information. I want to thank you for choosing Nilo Volvo, and I hope you have a fantastic day.
So what do you think of that? I think it was a great video. Did you notice that transition from the up to the bottom flawlessly? Technician did that, right? So that one there, his enthusiasm in the voice, was that good? Great. Did he explain everything? Yes. A little long, but he had the tires that, he had a bolt in it. How cool was that, right? That was a really good video. This could be the $2,000 video. So, correct. Love that. What Chris said is that we're talking about the green. Do we talk about the green? 1, 2, 3. Yes, absolutely. Talk about the green. So here we go. So now we ask Kara, say, Kara, the superstar of video, help us out. So here are 3 videos that she did. First time ever here, first time on the West Coast in the world, Kara doing a tech video.
Remember when I said I didn't know anything about fixed ops? Here you go.
Good afternoon, it's Kara Delane, your technician here at Jaguar Land Rover at the Nilo Company, and it is your lucky day because I specialize in servicing Range Rovers, and I can tell by first glance that you take immaculate care of your vehicle. And we measure your tire tread. Everything seems to look good here. They're measuring out of 10. Brakes are measuring at 9 millimeters all around. The undercarriage is looking well taken care of, almost brand new, but refer to part 2 for any suggestions that I might have so that we can keep your vehicle looking as pristine as it does today. Thank you again for choosing the Nilo Company here in Sacramento.
Bang! Like what Chris talked about. Did we say how great the car was? Did we tell the customer how great the car was and they're doing an unbelievable job taking care of that car? That, to me, was enthusiasm. So we spun it to where technicians are always telling you about what's wrong with the car, and we spun it about how great you're taking care of the car, right? I thought that was a win. I think that's one of the things that we can learn from is how do we get our technicians enthusiastic about green? I don't make any money in green. Yes, you do, because we're in the repeat referral business. That's what we're in. So really good job on that. I loved how the enthusiasm in the car. Next one.
Cara Delane here at the Nilo Company. It's your lucky day because I specialize in servicing Range Rovers, and I can tell that you have done a great job caring for your vehicle. But today I'm going to show you just a few things I noticed, but not to be too alarmed. Obviously, as we drive, of course, we're going to get some wear and tear on our vehicles naturally, but the alignment looks good, the tire tread looks good, but I will say that the front brakes are below our specifications, so I'm going to recommend looking into those with your service advisor. And then something else that we did notice, you're not going to be able to see it too closely here, but your water pump is leaking coolant, but not to be alarmed because not anything too rare with these Range Rovers, and it shouldn't be too big of a fix for us. So we will follow up here shortly with some photos to let you know how to proceed. Thank you again for choosing the Nilo Company, and I'm Cara Delane.
So the difference between 1 and 2 was, yes, absolutely. You even got Alan back there clapping. He bleeds green. Here's the deal on that one. That video there was designed to have 2 things wrong with it, the water pump and the tires, right? The brakes. And did you feel good about your car? And did we have a trained professional working on it? Was it your lucky day? I thought those were brilliant. Those little small things in those videos are going to get people to trust you more. I don't think it's about trust, but just listen to the video. I think we're trustworthy anyways, right? So this is great. So this is the next one. I don't think too many people are going to do that. Curtis said he was. He promised me. Here we go.
Good afternoon. My name is Cara Delane, and I will be your technician today at the Nilo Company. Lucky for you, I do specialize in servicing Range Rovers, and I can tell at first glance you take immaculate care of your vehicle from day to day. But I did want to point out a few items that might need our attention, and it's nothing to be alarmed about. I just want you to be aware that your brake pads here are unfortunately below our specifications, so we're going to take a look at that, and your service advisor will go over how we're going to proceed. Also, you won't be able to see it here because we have the plate underneath the vehicle, but your water pump is leaking coolant, but no need to be alarmed. It's something that we see in many of these vehicles, and it's an easy fix. So be on the lookout for some photos and some pictures leading up from your service advisor, and we'll make sure to get everything handled today at the best of our ability. Thank you again for choosing Land Rover Jaguar from the Nilo Company here in Sacramento, California. And once again, I'm Cara Delane.
So what a difference here. To me, okay, this is not going to happen a lot. And I'm sure all you service and parts managers are going, oh my God, you don't understand, Telly. You don't understand. But what a way to take it out of the box. Are we, it's great because she's a great looking gal and she's so confident in what she's talking about. But think about if we have a spin on it about the confidence in the technician. What she's putting is that I know your car the better. It's your lucky day, right? And don't worry about the water pump. It's normal. The cars don't even make it home at night. Don't worry about it. I got it. Right, Alan? No, buy a Range Rover. We love selling Range Rovers. Right, Alan? Yeah, God bless America. So here's the deal. The confidence in those videos and the change. So what I learned tonight sitting at the dinner table is that here we are, first 3 seconds. So what we're going to do is ask Cara to talk about the power of video and what she's learned on the sales side. And then we want to talk about how we can turn those into great tech videos. So, Cara, give us some good insights. Awesome job, by the way.
Thanks. Don't think I'm gonna, take anybody's technician spot around here anytime soon, but you never know. Okay, so we were talking just at dinner here, and I was aware Tully was going to show these tonight, but I wasn't really aware he was going to ask me to talk about this. But we were discussing at our table tonight about the power of social media and what you can do with video. And we were discussing how he said TikTok is the #1 social media platform in the world right now. It has the most users ever in history to have on a social media platform. And all of the platforms that we've seen in our lifetime, Meta, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever it may be, used to measure video views by 3 minutes years ago. And then it was 1 minute all of a sudden. Then it was 30 seconds. And now across the board, they're measuring 3-second video views. And why do you think that is? Our attention span is less than 3 seconds now because we're so in tune to watching Reels and TikToks. And most of our population is using those platforms. So now we know, myself included, I know Tully said he's the same way. If you don't have my attention in 3 seconds and we're having a conversation, I'm thinking about something else, right? And same thing with video. If it's a poor quality of video, you're sounding mundane. It's like a college professor that just so monotone and they're reading right off the board. You don't want to listen to them. It's the same thing with video on social media. You have to be engaging. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to look like, some model or some professional on there. You just have to look like a real person. You have to be you because that's what you see. And so if you get their attention in 3 seconds, how do you do that? There's so many different ways that you can do that. It can be educational. It can be funny. It can be sales. There's a variety of different topics that you can cover in video, and it's gonna differ depending on the person.
So what about a technician having a little difference for their first 3 seconds or 5 seconds, kind of like it's your lucky day? So give us a couple of examples or what you feel, because we want them to be different-ish, right? But what do you think that first 5 seconds of a tech video should be like?
I think, #1, what I'm seeing on social media nowadays is we're so in tune. All of us in this room are interested in something, and we're curious human beings, right? So if you have something on a video or you're saying something that I think that I don't know or I've never seen before, I'm probably going to watch it because I'm like, oh, what is he talking about? Or, oh, what is that? I've never seen that before. And I'm seeing on TikTok, if any of you are on TikTok, and we're talking about the #1 social media platform, so trillions of eyes on you. The #1 automotive hashtag right now is automotive technician. It's not car sales. It's not anything else. You'll see more technicians on TikTok than car salesmen. They're getting more views. You know why? Because what they're talking about is interesting. Through the pandemic, we all know that people want to conserve their vehicles that they have right now instead of paying $10,000 over MSRP. And you've got all these salespeople on TikTok just trying to sell you a car. Nobody wants to watch that. I want to know, what is this car? What's under the hood? How do I take care of this? Teach them something. Like I said, we're all curious human beings. So if I was a technician, and I've seen many great videos online lately from techs, or anybody in fixed ops, honestly, I would say, bet you didn't know you could do this. Anything like any word tracks like that is, did you know your vehicle has this? Or did you know this is going to get them? Did you know you could save money at the dealership by doing this? That's going to get people's attention, right? And that was my favorite thing to do when I worked in a dealership, was be kind of the noisemaker in the industry of kind of exposing what dealerships are doing, right? But why was I doing that? Because who are they going to trust? Me, not the dealership down the road, because they're not telling them the truth. I'll tell you, hey, if you do this service, you're going to save $200 on your next one.
So let me chime in there for a minute. So that is the power of the tech video, exactly what she just said there. So can you imagine if our technician would talk about preventative maintenance a little bit? Now, I mean a little bit I'm talking about seconds, but talking about you'll save money if we do this clutch transmission service or whatever it is, right? Now versus later, right? Those little small tidbits would be incredible for us to give that confidence instead of saying that, your tires are feathered, blah, 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 blah. It's okay to talk about that, but I think they want to do what you said, is they want more information, and they're probably okay with a picture or just say your tires are bald, and they would say nicer than that, of course. But I think that people want to get confidence from their technician. Now, the next big question I have, and I saved this, and I want to see the reaction from Mr. Volvo first. What about service writer videos? Yeah. Videos. That's that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So So what about this? So right now, what do? We send a quote with a tech in it. I feel, you don't understand how crazy I am writing that thing I write every morning. I'm in font 59,000, and then I'm down this, and I misspell everything, and Larry tells me how screwed up I get every day. I get so excited. I wish I could just take a video and tell you how excited I am. What about a service advisor with that confidence talking about the quote? Tell me your thoughts on that.
I think for me, if I was a service advisor and I was going to do a video, the first words out of my mouth is going to be something that got their attention. So something along the lines of, I'll tell you why you're not getting your best value at a dealership, or something like, today I'm going to show you how to save money for the rest of your life on every oil change. Like, oh, how do I do that? I want to know that. If anybody has any secrets they would like to share, I would like to know how to save money on my oil changes. Something of that sort. I don't know all of your lingo, obviously. I'm not a service advisor. But if you can catch their attention with something of, always lead off in a positive way. Like, hey, did you know that your tires are in great condition? You won't have to replace these for another 10,000 miles. They're like, yes.
So let me break in right there. So who's in the tire business? Who's in the tire business? Rick Nilo's in the tire business, and you. So I loved how you said the thing about the tires, because that's spot on. Wouldn't it be great to talk about the tire business, the service writer, in that comment? Maybe we just talk about expanding on the inspection, about your tires are getting at 5 millimeters. What the hell does that mean? I don't know. They don't know. They know it's yellow. So you can talk about that confidence in there, saving money by rotations or things of that nature. I thought that was a really good idea.
Yeah. And I always go by a method on social media, because we get caught in dealerships talking in dealership lingo. And even if one of the technicians try to talk to me in their lingo, I'm going to be like, why are you speaking Chinese to me? I have no idea what you're saying. And I caught myself talking in dealership lingo to customers sometimes. And I always follow a method that I joke around with Ted about, and it's the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. Because you have to. You have to really dumb it down for the consumer. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way. It's just they need to understand it. And if you overcomplicate it, they're going to back up and they're like, oh, no, that sounds expensive. I don't know what that is, And so if you lead off with something positive and grab their attention and then hit them with some facts that could help save them some money, everybody's going to pay attention at that point. And then tell them what you suggest. But it's just the word tracks that you use. It's not, oh, well, you messed up here, so you're going to have to pay $10,000. No, nobody wants to hear that. Here's how I'm going to save you an additional $5,000 in the next 2 months if you take care of this today.
So think about this. So here we go. We believe that the first 5 seconds are important. So I challenge all of us to, how do we work on those word tracks as a team together? Is that one way together? This is a great topic for our next service and parts dinners that we can talk about. Next is, let's talk about tech videos. I'm not saying we should all do it right away. I got, Mr. Volvo, you're smiling at me, so that's still good. So the issue is that, let's talk about that. But what about this? If someone's putting a motor in a Land Rover, $4 million, wouldn't it be great for us to give status reports on that? Technician, hey, I just want to let you know we're about halfway done with the engine. Take a couple pictures of that. What about status on big repairs? Not small repairs, but big repairs that are in there for a week. Think about the power of video. That's what I want to think about when it comes to doing things differently. I love that you're talking about it because you think I'm crazy. But that's the whole purpose of this conversation with the master of Kara, is the power of video can help us change your life to become 35 to 45 to 55 to 65% same-day selling or higher. And people want to come back because we're the Nilo company and we're honesty, integrity, and we're in the repeat and referral business. So here's what I want to do now. I'm going to show you some math if we can work on selling more recommendations that would sell our family members. So here we go. Better videos sell hours. Is that true?
Yes. Hell yes.
So the next thing is here we go. Let's do the math. The math here is I picked a store. I want you to look at the Rex here, hours sold on Rex and the percent. Where 37% of all the hours are sold on recommendations. Do technicians like working on the cars on the rack or the ones in the parking lot? God bless America. They want to talk about the rack. So here we go. 37%, 772 hours. So here we go. Let's do the math. If we could increase, I forgot to put the 10 in there, sorry. As I put 10% up, here we go. Next one, there we go. 772 hours and increase it to 37 to 47. That's 204 hours times PLGPH 160 is our average, $32,642 that you'll be paid on for you and your family. Do we like that number? That's a great number, and all we're trying to do is provide better service and better education and confidence to our customers. I'm not asking you to sell or add one more thing to the repair order. I just want you to sell what the technician recommended more. So my challenge for you is this. Let's talk about this seriously after this month is over. We're a halfway month. Let's kill this month for June. Let's work on what we want to do, and then let's make a target for all of you. I would make this target by technician and the store level, because technicians are what's going to help you in driving this thing here. Kara has been so gracious. Tomorrow, we'll be over at Jag Land Rover, and we're going to do some more exciting videos to try more fun, challenging things. I want stuff that's crazy, because crazy is what gets the momentum on social media. So thank you so much, and give us some last tidbits of information on videos.
The last thing I'll say here, well, first off, I want to touch on your point about the updates on your service, if it's been in the shop forever. How many of you have ordered something and you check the tracking number to see if it's been shipped and then where it's been going? It's in a different state and then it's around the corner. And I mean, I do it with Pizza Hut, right? So why would they not do that with their $100,000 car? That's a great idea, totally, that I've talked about in the past, and I've not seen a dealership do that before. So I think the one thing that, if you can take anything away from this, is videos do work, but they work because people trust people. They don't trust the technology. They don't trust the product. They trust you. And if you make it personalized and you really put some effort into it, that customer is always going to come back to you, because I'm that kind of customer. Tully's that kind of customer, and I guarantee you, all of you are that customer, no matter if it's Pizza Hut or your $100,000 car.
So, really good stuff. It was so exciting to go down this rabbit hole with videos with Kara. I mean, isn't this exciting? So, again, thank you, Ted and Kara, for coming out for the pop-up. Thank you for coming to dinner with us and do this great celebration for us. And thank you for giving us the insights. Can't thank you enough. Congratulations, all of you, for a great thing. I want to say thank you all from the bottom of our heart on a great job. Well done. And this month is going to be knock it out of the park. Congratulations all. Appreciate it very much. Thank you.